with your CIGTV News Update. I'm Jay Earhart in for Donna Bush. In our top story today, members of government and the Legislative Assembly are on Cayman Brac ahead of a week of activities there. Yesterday, Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, Speaker of the Legislative Assembly the Honorable McKeeva Bush, Education Minister the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly, and the Tourism Minister the Honorable Moses Kirkconnell attended a very special church service. Speaking at the Church of God Holiness and Watering Place, the Premier explained the reason behind the government and the Legislative Assembly's decision to meet in Cayman Brac.
As you know, I think by now we are celebrating two things that we think are very important to Cayman. One is the 60th anniversary of the Cayman Islands having been conferred its coat of arms by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. That's a year-long celebration. And in February of this year, we actually celebrated 50 years, the 50th anniversary of the first meeting of the Legislative Assembly in Cayman Brac. So we have two reasons to celebrate and to be here. And we are turning this into a week-long celebration in Cayman Brac.
The Premier also outlined some of the activities that the Cayman Brac public could look forward to during this week.
We came up yesterday evening. We got here, our clothes didn't. But I got them on now, so we're good. And we'll have a meeting of the government caucus tomorrow. And we'll have a meeting of the cabinet on Tuesday at the usual time. And then we will have what has never happened before, which is the state opening of the Legislative Assembly, complete with the honor guard inspection by His Excellency the Acting Governor, Mr. Francis Mandison. And then we will proceed to the usual meeting of the House for the balance of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with obviously a few receptions and other things along the way.
The church service was followed by a community lunch. Stay tuned for live coverage of the Legislative Assembly proceedings right here on CIGTV and Radio Cayman. We'll also be covering other events on our social media pages. Elsewhere, the Department of Environment has taken a significant step towards launching a full-scale operation to reduce the invasive green iguana population in Grand Cayman. The DOE last week released a request for proposals, an RFP, to manage the culling operation. It says research suggests that an incentive of $5 per iguana and there is an adequate local capacity to remove more iguanas than will hatch in the 2019 breeding session. This should lead to a substantial reduction in the population. Cullers will be registered by the DOE, issued with a culler registration card, and then will cull under subcontract to the cull manager. The Department of Environment's Terrestrial Resources Manager, Fred Burton, explains why the department organizes the culling process in this way.
So today what we are doing is we're launching a request for proposals for a contractor, for a company, to manage this operation. It's important to understand that the scale of this operation is huge. We're going to need someone to manage 40, 50, 60, 100, we don't know how many cullers out there, to receive iguanas at the landfill, to pay the cullers, to make sure the cullers meet their quotas and adhere to the culling standards that we agree with them, to respond to the public, and to do all of the accounting and reporting that's necessary so that our project steering committee can keep tabs on it, make sure it's working properly.
Companies interested in bidding for the cull manager contract should download the request for proposal form from www.cayman.bonfirehub.com. The bidding process will remain open until 5 p.m. on Thursday, the 20th of September. Culler registration is expected to begin in October. In our final story, the investment manager Prosperity Capital Management Limited, PCM, has enlisted its 6th finance intern as part of the National Internship Program. Deandra McCoy is currently studying accounting at the University College of the Cayman Islands and looks forward to working with PCM in the coming months to develop her professional skills and practical accounting experience. Having finished up her accounting courses at UCCI, PCM's previous intern, Janelle Dyer, is now headed to Mount Royal University in Calgary, Alberta, where she will be pursuing her bachelor's degree in accounting. The National Internship Program is a Cayman Islands Ministry of Human Resources and National Workshop Development Agency initiative. It offers young Caymanians the opportunity to gain hands-on experience and develop their skills and interests in various occupations. PCM was the first local company to offer a finance internship as part of the program back in 2014. If you'd like more information on the National Internship Program, please email nwda.internship@gov.ky or give them a call 945-3114. Well, as always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all of the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune in to Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows. I'm Jay Gerhardt, and thanks for watching.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman's boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!